The fact of the matter is, there's more single people in
Oh
America,
yeah.
and there's more single people of my age and Jeff's age than ever before. Lots of single people. And why does no one ever talk about, the 75 million single people out there? It's about 75 million. It's a lot of people. Single. Some of them very young. They might be married. But, some of us, like me, and excuse me if I offend anybody who's still online, I never wanted to have kids. And I was very careful not to have kids. Um, I love animals. I want cats, dogs,
Hey,
horses. I have
Kyle,
as many animals as I can. But you know what I'm
you need to
saying?
come down and visit Audrey and the horses.
Yes. So
Yeah.
my point is, Bill Maher had a good point. It's like there's a lot of single people out there who want to be single, like choice all my life to be single, to not have kids. I have three older brothers, all have kids. Nieces and one nephew. A lot of nieces, which is great. I love girls, and I try to be a good uncle. For me, I'm really cool with my situation, and that's my choice. And I've known this since high school. People always question me, like, how did you know you didn't want to have kids since high school? I just like a feeling in my gut. I was always careful. And if I can be like, I always wore condoms, through all that stuff. I was very careful not to have kids. You know, I think that's a viable choice. And I think that I should be represented by people acknowledging that there's people like me who didn't want to do that, or people like Eric who didn't want to do that.
No, Eric has a kid.
I
Oh,
have a
that's right.
kid.
One. Well,
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
But
just
that's
having
great.
just having one
That's
kid
Kyle.
isn't like having kids.
No, one's great because it's about increasing the population. One's great. Kyle, right? Kyle.
Yeah.
Kyle, yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
Kyle. Yes. No, your son must be like now.
Exactly. Tomorrow.
Yes.
In fact,
Tomorrow.
in 50,
See,
yeah, in 2 hours, he's 30. Exactly. Yeah.
see,
Whoa.
I'm aware. I
Yeah.
haven't
Yeah.
forgotten shit.
Yeah.
But
That's good.
yeah, one, yeah, I could see having one. And you've had actually your kids are great.
Who?
Your kids,
Oh,
Jeff, your kids are great, and you've been a
I'm
great
lucky.
father.
I'm
Well,
lucky.
here's the
Thanks.
thing. Well, also you're a great dad. You're a really great dad,
Well,
and
they
I
haven't
really
sent
like.
me they haven't sent me money yet, so I'm not so sure about that.
I haven't
Oh, oh,
met your son, but I know Michaela because Michaela came up to me and when I was at West Valley Music, when I was teaching it and was coming in there to get my horn fixed at West Valley Music. I remember going out in the store and Michaela goes like, "You're Tom Hollister. Didn't I tell you this story, Jeff?"
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
go, "Yeah." I go, "Who are you?" And she goes, "I'm Michaela Noose. I'm Jeff Noose's daughter." And I looked at her and I go like, and as soon as I looked at her and I went like, because you guys look a lot alike. I can see you and her. I mean, totally. And I can see Tina too. I can see both mom and dad and her.
You
And I
know,
go like,
and we
yeah,
were
you
at.
are.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, my point is, I'd come into the store all the time for a couple of years to get my horn fixed, and all the time because that's where I would go to get my horn worked on, like every 3 months. I'd always talk to your daughter. She was great. That's one like, what a great young woman this woman is. She's just so engaging and smart. She's smart and funny and just mature behind. I thought she was really mature. I just went like, I just
Can I tell
kudos.
you a story that what she did to Wayne Bergeron?
I would love to hear that story.
Okay, so she was doing sound. She was in town doing sound for White Christmas, right? and
Okay.
she does the Broadway thing. And Wayne was in the pit, and so I said, "Tell Wayne hi." So she goes down and said, "Hey, good rehearsal. Don't fuck the show up."
Oh,
And Wayne looked at her and said, and she goes, "Jeff Noose is my dad. He says hi."
nice.
Oh, I love her.
Uh, that's pretty
she's so
funny.
good.
I
I
know.
was really bummed when you were the last day we played at the Brooklyn Bowl and you were doing sound for us, and she was going to come into the show. I was
Yeah.
really bummed that she didn't make the show because I was really looking forward to going out with you and her and having a bite to eat and just bullshit.
Yeah, that
Because
would have been fun.
I really like your daughter so much.
Easy.
No, it's just I like her. I like Like.
Okay. Oh,
Like.
okay. All right.
Like.
Hey,
No.
hey, how's Kyle doing? Is he? Doesn't he have a job up in the Bay Area?
Yeah, he does. He works for a tech company. He works for Workday. Yeah.
Hey, so
Yeah.
Really?
so
Yeah.
then if you
In-
come
in-
up, you could go visit him and then go do the
Yeah.
winery.
Yeah,
Where-
that
where-
could happen. Yeah, we've done that.
There's a Workday big office building that just opened up like 2-3 miles from me. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's Dublin or Pleasanton.
It's Pleasanton. Yeah, that's
He's
it.
in the Pleasanton office.
Well, he would be. They've been working at home offline for
Where's
that-
but is he living
for
in
a
the Bay
year.
Area? He's living in the
Yeah,
Bay Area.
Yeah, he lives in downtown Oakland. He has an apartment overlooking Lake Merritt. It's
Oh,
pretty
nice.
beautiful
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
no,
he wanted to live more in town. He didn't want to live out in the suburbs there. But yeah, he
But,
loves
yeah.
it.
yeah,
He's
'cause
been
you-
working. He's been there for 6 years now. Yeah.
Wow.
'cause you do know that NoCal is just kind of a little bit nicer than SoCal.
No, I love LA, man. I love where I live.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
they're
Well,
both great
I'm talking about population density and just kind of
Well,
access to
Burbank is kind of a hick town.
well, Burbank has those hills right there where you can go hiking, so that's
What
true.
do you think, Eric?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more to offer here. Yeah, there's more people. Yeah, there's more traffic, but you have so many other things along with it. But the Bay Area is beautiful too. I mean, you almost can't really compare. Bay Area's got
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I just want, yeah.
Right.
But-
See, Dennis
but-
Moody.
Apples and
Dennis
oranges.
Moody says L.A. rocks.
Yeah.
Dennis
Right.
Moody. Yeah.
So why
Well-
is he's talking about his ball sack?
No, come on, Tom. Hey, so look.
What
That
did
might be
I
the
say?
San Francisco
Did I
coming
say
out.
something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Am I?
That might be the San Francisco coming out in Tom, man. That might be a
What?
little Castro district there, man.
Am I?
That's
Am I?
right. That's
Oh,
right.
I'm sorry. Am I like
I can't.
inappropriate? Oh, I can't.
I can't.
Inappropriate.
I can't believe people are listening to this.
And they're commenting. They
And
love
they're-
it, man. They love this stuff. Look at this stuff. Just popping right in.
Oh man. Oh, this is funny.
Man.
Hey,
Well, Dennis, Dennis.
Eric, you know Dennis, right? You know
Oh
Dennis.
yeah,
right?
of course.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
he worked-
he does Dennis
He
Moody.
engineered the circus, and he engineered that Dave Weckel live video too.
That's
I heard.
right.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that record was that recording the higher ground. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
That thing was
Yeah.
Who is the other drummer on that?
Chris Coleman, I think. Chris Coleman,
Yeah.
who's
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder's drummer, something like that.
yeah.
And they did a drum battle at the end of it, so it's fantastic.
Yeah.
to watch play.
Yeah,
Amazing.
Great. It was
Amazing.
epic.
Harry says this is good youthful. Cha Cha goes ball sack, and Harry goes good youthful banter.
Pretty good for old guys. That's
Yeah,
pretty
right.
good.
This is like the late night comedy show.
Hey man, I
Ah.
I have to be able to be me. I've got to be me.
You've
Oh,
got to be
man.
you.
Oh man, Well, you know, I
And the thing is, both these other two MFs are as irreverent as I am when this stuff's down.
what?
They're not on Facebook. These guys talk the same way I do.
Nah,
I'm unfiltered.
no, I've never heard Eric cuss. Actually,
Fuck
you know,
yeah, man. You're fucking great, man. Whoa! You guys suck. I'm walking off the bandstand. I can't hear the fucking trumpets. Hey, Worley, what's the matter with you? That was it. That was it. 2 hours ago. If you were here, now you get the rest of the story. Where's John
Yes.
now? Where's John now?
Well, you were being kind by not calling him out.
Of course.
Because you would have been calling him out. You would have been
No.
calling him out.
Well, I did then, but now I'd be like, I know why.
Well,
That trumpet on that gig. That trumpet
was just-
on that gig was impossible. There's no way. They all
Well,
died.
he
Lewis
was-
died. They all died on that
Everybody
gig.
died.
Yeah.
I knew why. It was impossible. At least I could play pedal B flats for every B flat chord. It was like that was just that saved me from dying.
Hey,
Jeez
hey,
whiz.
hey, I've got a good B flat story for you. So you remember when on the circus, everybody goes like B flat chord, and we always knew B flat chord was ta-da, right? So I have my band in San Francisco, and I'm leading the band, and Sharon Stone was the MC, and she's telling a story about the movie Basic Instinct, where she's stabbing this guy, and it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't. So there was dead space. So I told the band, B flat chord, ta-da! And oh my God, the look she gave me was like, you know, I was dead 1,000 times. And
What happened?
right, the whole band looked at me. The crowd laughed, but she didn't. And the whole band looked at me and said, "You're dead.
Good for you.
You never going to do this gig again."
But you weren't.
No, and I never did the gig again.
She never came to the circus, man. She never came to the circus. She doesn't know the beauty of B flat
didn't.
chord.
She didn't understand the humor.
By the way,
No, not at all.
Chacha's still with us, and she wants to know what squib cakes means, and she already knows what squib cakes means. I know she knows what squib cakes means. Squib cakes means exactly what you think it does. So I'm going to say.
Well, I can think a whole lot of different things. So I need specifics.
It's late enough. What the heck?
I want
Yes,
specifics, Bob.
it's a sexual connotation.
I figured as much.
Oh,
Yeah.
do you guys?
And the story actually from the original guys is pretty cool, but only will be told privately, one-on-one. So you
Okay,
have to
so should I give everybody Tom's phone number?
Yes,
So
definitely.
no.
Yeah.
so you could all call him and get that one-on-one conversation going.
Sounds like
That
a
would
group
be-
text to me.
That would be
Group
the end.
text, man.
That
Yeah.
would be the end of the Friday night hang.
That
That would just end all this.
would,
And listen, it's bad enough. It's bad enough that people can get me on Facebook Messenger, which I don't look at very much. And I kind of don't like that there's Facebook Messenger, and I see the icon on my Facebook page, and I tell you, and no offense to anybody who sends me a Facebook Messenger message, I won't click on it for days and days and days because I don't want to, because I get texts and I get emails, and so I can't do it. I mean, I will get to it eventually, but yeah. Eric, are you on Facebook at all?
Not really. No.
Yeah. So how have you managed to avoid that?
Pretty easy. Just I haven't even started. Kind of like smoking. If you don't start, you don't have a problem. But it's like,
That's
yeah, I
right.
never
That's
really.
right.
It's not important to getting gigs in LA to be on social media.
It may be to a certain extent. I mean, we're a little bit older. I think if you're younger, probably absolutely. I mean, everybody's connected, but we're
But you're
connected in other ways too. So The problem is you have to answer Facebook, and you have to spend so much time.
Well,
Yeah,
Eric,
it takes
Eric,
time, and I didn't really want to make that. Yeah, I didn't jump in on it.
hey, Eric,
Hey,
we will. I just want to say something to Eric. We will always be connected.
Oh wow! Gee, thanks, Tom. That's great.
Well,
And it's damn funky too.
what?
Damn funky too, man. Funky, funky, funky. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
oh my God.
No,
You
but
know,
seriously, I love playing to this. I love playing with you, Eric, as much as I love playing next to any person I've ever played next to. I love and I want to play with you more, and I want to be in a section with you, and I love playing with you. You make me play. I'm next to you. I don't know. It's like you have some chutzpah, if you know that Yiddish
it's
word.
like Jack Nicholson saying to Helen Hunt in that movie As Good as It Gets, "You make me want to be a better man."
A better player.
Well, I mean, you insert.
No, I just love playing.
Yeah.
I love playing next to you. It's just like so much fun. Yeah, because you're like,
Oh man.
I love you, and you're like a good who I don't see anymore. I think we're still good friends, aren't we? Like,
Oh, we're great friends, man. Yeah, I'd love to see you more. It'd be great.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I understand. I get what you mean. And you're great too, Tom. I mean, you're a very unique player. It's the feeling's mutual in so
Well,
many
yeah.
ways.
I just
If
miss
we
playing.
if we
with
could
you.
have played more often, more over the years, we would be just having even more fun. I mean, we have fun when we can, but it's like, oh,
Well,
it would be
yeah,
great.
who knows what the future holds, But yeah,
Right.
we'll play. We'll
Right.
play. And here's the thing: is with this thing with Roger and Jeff's doing here, we need to have you up, and we need a. We'll talk. If this thing works out, I think that Roger can really monetize this thing to where he can come up and do a gig and make some good dough. Because I think people will chip in at this point. I really think so.
hey, Eric, you've been with Cecilia Noel for a long time. Nina asked when Carmen Grillo in the group. When were you there?
Yes, Carmen did it a number of years. Yeah, he probably
Yeah.
did it over 6, 7 years, maybe something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, he
Hey,
did it a lot. Hmm.
yeah, isn't Carmen Grillo playing with Bill Champlin now?
Maybe I haven't seen Carmen
Yeah,
in a number of years now, but could be. Great
yeah,
player, great guy. He loved playing with Cecilia.
yeah. Well, I got to say again, I'm surprised at the amount of people that sit and watch us have our banter.
Yeah,
And
it's
I,
cool.
I,
Well, it's not that many people,
And look, Moody's on
but
now. Look at
they're
that.
pretty loyal.
I know
Yeah,
Dennis is here watching,
yeah.
and Nina and Toby and a number of other people. I was a little frustrated at first because the internet wasn't settled in, and people were trying to jump on, and my internet would just went goofy. But it settled in after a while.
Oh, great.
Uh,
I'm getting great. I'm getting high off of this
Dennis,
now, man. The internet's a good drug, man. Amazing.
yeah, Kathy Joy says this is better than watching TV.
Oh, no question. No question about it.
it's
Yeah.
really nice.
Oh, and Kathy Ann, who both of those people I've met since Tom being with you. So, Dennis wants to know if he can call, but based on how I'm doing this, I can't really take phone calls this way because the person calling in can't hear what we say to them. We can
Well,
only hear them.
Well,
just
just
have
call
them join
Dennis.
us.
Just call
Have
Dennis.
them join us.
Put him on speakerphone and hold it up to your mic.
Uh,
Or send him a link and have him join us. He'd probably be happy to be with us.
Send him an email.
Yeah.
well, then that means we're on for another hour.
Yeah. Well, what are you doing?
I was going to
Yeah.
go to the grocery store.
Oh, wait, you gotta go to Safeway.
No,
Safeway
it's
closes at 11.
I'm waiting until tomorrow for that, man. I'm good. I'm okay.
No, he just clarified. He goes, "This is my internet dial-up."
Dial-up.
Yeah.
It felt
Yeah.
like it. It felt like
Yeah.
it tonight. This is what
Wow.
really surprised me. You guys stayed connected. I completely shut my computer off and restarted it, and you were still talking.
Wow.
And
Fantastic.
I'm hosting the show.
You're the host? I didn't even know that. What's your name, man? It's not on the screen. What's up with that?
I know. It wouldn't let me add it tonight. I was going to put Knucklehead or something.
Yeah, there you go. I love that.
Oh, yes. Well, you know what? I can still. Here's the thing: if I miss the grocery store, which closes at 11 now, since COVID,
Safeway
no,
or Vaughn's.
Vaughn's and Pavilions still Safeway. I can go to the donut and get a donut, but I don't want to go to.
Where's Mackenzie? Is Mackenzie over there? Is Mackenzie at home?
Mackenzie's not home tonight, and so I was going to go get some donuts. I promised to call her though. We were going to talk when I get off this.
Yeah.
You want to meet at Tommy's
I'll
later,
look-
Jeff?
So
That's
is
the best
Tommy
time to
still?
go.
Is Tommy still open 24 hours?
I think only a couple of them are. Like I said, I haven't been to Tommy's since you and I went, Tom. So it's been over a year.
And neither
But the ones I've seen have actually closed late at night. Some, but I don't know.
Eric, at our age, it's good that we only go to Tommy's once a year.
Hey, all I got to say is could you imagine being all of us being back together on a circus gig again?
Yeah.
What would
Well,
it be like?
Can it be like at least a cruise ship gig?
Oh no, that's worse. I'd be
Oh.
jumping
Is it
overboard.
worse?
That's right.
Is it worse? Depends on the cruise ship gig. Is it worse? I don't know.
It depends on which band you're in. If you do the show band or the
I'm
lounge
sure it's
gig,
worse.
or
I'm not sure if it's worse. Eric may have a good point, though. I'm not sure. I have to consider this. Is it worse?
I only did it once for 4 days. I couldn't wait to get off. It was like you had nowhere to go. It's like, okay, the gig's over. Now you got to go below, below the water level, hang out in your cabin, or you can't. It was like I didn't have the connections. I didn't have a regular weekly thing with them. Other guys did. A lot of other guys really liked it.
I did 2 years. I did 3 6-month contracts in 2-year period.
We were roommates.
And Tom and I were roommates. I was roommates with Robbie Kwok on one, and I think Tom, if Clark Woodard came out and was played for a while, and I think you weren't on the cruise that I was doing, but Clark Woodard came out and played drums for a while in the other band. Man, stories.
Yeah, you probably have a lot of stories with Clark. Where's Clark now? What's he doing? Is anybody know where he is?
I don't know.
Clark
Do
Woodard
you,
now.
Eric?
No, I haven't heard from him since then. I mean, this is 30 years, so I have no idea.
That's a long time.
So you guys,
we
Go-
met,
Go
guys.
ahead.
It's been 40 years.
40 years this year, exactly.
40
That's
years.
no,
We've
Eric.
known each other.
no, don't
Yeah.
lie to me.
1981, exactly.
No, no,
I met
no.
Tom in 1980,
I'm in denial.
and
Yeah,
Eric,
No,
and I met you because I think you and I started at the same time, Jeff, with the circus. Because Tom and John got me to do it, and that was in the late
well, no.
1980s.
Here's the thing. In 1980, I started, and Ron, what was Ron's last?
Johnson.
Yeah, Ron Johnson was playing trombone, and then you
that's
came
right.
out, and finished the year.
No,
No,
I started in January of '81.
Oh,
Yep.
all right, and that's when we opened in Tucson or opened in Phoenix.
Yeah, Casa Grande near Phoenix.
Oh,
yes.
right, and that's when we
Yes.
went to see Mose Allison or somebody.
Mhm.
Yeah, we saw him. I might have seen Kai Winding too. The Boodham Tree Club was in
Yeah,
downtown Phoenix. Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
And the like right below, wasn't it the Playboy Club there?
It could have
I
been.
just remember. I just remember like there was like wasn't Lewis on the band too with John?
Later, not right away.
Later,
It was Steve
What
Curl
was
and
that?
Don when we started.
Steve and
Well,
John,
but
Yeah.
and
Jeff, it was me, you, and John and Ron. No, wait, no, Eric was there.
Eric,
There was 4 of us in a hotel room.
Jim Norton.
Jim Norton.
Yeah,
That's right.
Jim Norton was the band. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And Lynn Keller was playing bass.
Lynn Keller was playing bass.
Yep.
And when I left, or when I got there, the piano player was leaving, and I saw him dragging his keyboard just down the bleachers. He was just
Oh.
pissed. He was just
wow.
pissed, and I don't remember who came out playing guitar right away.
Oh, Will Barkley was there, I think, when I started. Remember Will?
Uh-uh.
I don't
I
know.
sure do.
No.
I do.
Yeah.
No, we'll never play with Jeff.
Who played? Was it? It wasn't Teddy most of the time.
Oh, it was
Sage.
some young
No.
guy, wasn't it? Young guitar
No,
player.
Sage. Jeff, you
Sage,
played with Sage.
but no, not in the 81. I mean in 80 it was Teddy, I think. That played
Well,
with
we had Will Barkley and we had Prince Robinson.
Prince.
Prince would fill in later. He was
Oh,
live.
wait. It was Ed Harris. Ed Harris played.
Yeah, that's right. Ed Harris.
Oh,
Ed Harris.
That's right.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, that's what I was. Yeah.
Yeah. I just talked to Ed last night.
Last night?
Yeah, Ed's doing great, man. He's just, he lives in Germany, he lives in Hamburg, and he's got all sorts of contracts writing for TV shows and films. He's a major player. He's a major player in Germany.
Well,
When it comes to media compositions, he's a major composer.
you need to get him to hire you guys to play some parts. You can send him WAV files.
We
Right.
just talked about that the other day. We talked about that the other day. But if you hear the stuff that he's writing, he's a great writer, really
Yeah.
great writer.
Yeah.
He's just. I mean, Ed's so together, man. What a guy.
Yeah, he was one of the more straight and narrow, like business, no messing
Still is.
around kind of guy.
But also a great hang, great sense of humor. It's not like he's like stiff. He's just very focused.
Yeah.
Way more than me. Well,
That wouldn't
I
take
guess-
much. That wouldn't take much at all, really. That's
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's a stupid thing to say. So focused.
You just set the bar low. It's okay. Then people can really rise up. It's a good thing. Yeah. No.
No, you're right.
Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Oh man. Well,
Yeah,
fellas,
but I can
it's-
play really fucking loud, and
Yeah.
that's what's important
Oh,
now.
hey, Dennis
So
just
important. Yeah.
put up Clark Woodard's Facebook page.
Oh,
Oh,
great.
really?
Perfect.
He did.
Perfect.
Dennis. Too
You
bad
know-
Dennis can't call. Send Dennis. Well, yeah,
You know what? It's 10:30.
we have
And-
to hang
and-
out. We have to hang out.
Yeah, I'm getting a little fried. It's been 2.5 hours.
I know.
And
I've
it's been-
so enjoyed tonight. I so was looking
Yeah.
forward to it.
Yeah, it was fun with Eric and John, and then
John,
having Roger chime in.
As much as I was kind of looking forward to the big fat band with Gordon Goodwin and Eric and like I know Gordon and I know Wayne a bit. I know Eric a little bit. I know all those guys a little bit.
So this Eric doesn't know the story. So I was trying to get Gordon Goodwin and some guys to come on and do a show, and he said yes. And then something came up; they couldn't do it. So Tom and I thought, let's bail. Then I go, no, let's do something. And so, I'll get Eric and I'll get John, and then, so here we are. This was
And then Roger too. at
and
the last
Roger.
minute.
And in all honesty, for me, as much as I like talking to other people, you guys are my friends, and it's just a whole different
What
thing.
I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't have to think about good questions,
Yeah.
and you know, I just could sit
Exactly.
here. I could just sit here and be dumb.
It was like
Yeah.
with the, when we had
One of your best qualities too, really. And the people love this. They love this stuff. It's better than TV, man.
it was like when we had the Yellow Jackets. So Eric probably doesn't know this. We had all four of the Yellow Jackets 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
And
great.
and I know Bob Mintzer pretty well now, but the other three guys I don't know that well. And yeah, I was a little bit nervous.
Me too.
I was a little bit nervous. I wanted to be a good show. I wanted to ask them interesting questions. I had done some homework, and I had done a little bit of homework on the Big Fat Band too. And I guess we're having them next week. And I want to be a good co-host, a good co-interviewer.
It works. The one-on-one things was always fun for me. I mean, it was interesting, but this is when I have group of people, it's always way more fun.
Mm.
This, I mean, it's easier for me.
Actually, we should have Eric
Yeah.
we should have Eric be the third commentator when we have the Big Fat Band, and ask Gordon why Eric's not in the Big Fat Band.
Yeah.
Why is
He's
Eric?
never
Why
called
is,
me. How about that? He's never called,
why-
so he wouldn't
why
even
is
know.
why is
Yeah.
why is Eric like one of the best trombone players in LA,
Yeah.
not in the Big Fat Band, or even been called a sub in the Big Fat Band?
Never.
Why is he? What's up with that? I think we should like bring him in. We'll bring you into the conversation. We'll like sit there and
That would be uncomfortable, I think.
yeah,
Could be,
it'd
but
great.
at this point, it's like been so long. It's like, what do I have to lose? It's like, well, why aren't I in your band, man? No, he's got his buddies, and they do the band all the time, and that's their circle. So, what are you gonna do? It
Yeah.
doesn't really doesn't bother me. I'd love to play with them. Doesn't bother me. I understand it. It's okay.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, we played in college together. We were at Northridge together in the same college.
Yeah.
well, my point is the section would just be a little bit fatter.
Oh, a lot of bit fatter.
Yeah,
Don't you
you're-
think? Talk about fat. I mean, come on. Do they
That's
go
my-
to Tommy's? They don't go to Tommy's, man.
Well, my thing is, there's like half the trombone players that are jazz trombone players have this little pa 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 thing, and they don't do the like trumpet players. Trumpet players all of a sudden always get the Maynard. But I gotta be able to fucking blow the trombone. But yeah, for some reason in big bands, trombone players, a lot of trombones have the pa 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 thing. It's like, wait a second, no. Why the trombone does the same thing as the trumpet does? Why are you playing it like that all the time?
Yeah,
I mean,
brass.
I like when you play it that way, but
Yeah.
it's a brass instrument, and it's this completely like unregulated tube with a slide. There's not even any valves to blow through. I mean, it's free. It's got to be a free blowing instrument. Just like sometimes you need to like blow the what out of it.
Okay, so
Yeah. Well, you've heard it. You know it is. When I play it,
Yeah.
it is. Of course it is.
Yes,
But
I know, and that when I really love that sound. Like
yeah, a
I
trombone.
love that.
It's like a
Love that.
trombone needs to be move air. It needs to move air the way a bass drum does.
yeah, and it does.
Yeah.
It can be done. And when I see these guys, I go, well, any good player.
I'm tired.
Yeah,
We gotta let Eric.
No.
Listen, let's let Jeff go and hang up, and me and you will go to Tommy's.
Yeah.
No, see, so Kathy Joy, who I know her as KJ
Wake.
now. Yeah, she goes, "Wake up, Jeff."
Yeah,
I
wake
saw
up.
that.
Come on, we're just getting started. You don't do gigs at night anymore, do you? What's the matter with you, man?
Yeah,
Getting up at 6 a.m., aren't you? That's ridiculous. Oh my God.
I just want to apologize for any F bombs that I may have launched on this Facebook Live thing. And
Well, we didn't get muted. You know what? We could sit here and say fucking shit and damn and all that stuff all night long.
Yeah,
And
they're not
we
up now.
won't.
They're not up now
But
anyway. Those guys are
no,
asleep. They're not-
but if I play a song that somebody has copyright, they shut me down right off.
oh yeah.
They just
Yeah.
shut it down.
Yeah.
But I can cuss. It's okay to cuss, but I can't play music because they'll shut it off.
I know.
Beautiful world, isn't it? Isn't that great?
Yes.
It used to be the other way around. I don't know what's the matter with these kids. I don't get it.
Oh, there we go.
Who gives a fuck, Tom? Come on.
Good, Kathy.
Excellent.
Oh, man. All right. Well, fellas, man, this has been fun, man.
Been a lot of fun. I've had a great time.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. Anytime you need a break from having to really work, just have us on and you can just let us go, man. It'll be great.
Well, here's the thing. Let me just say something about the shows. So I wanted to stop doing them just because I just got worn out, and I was off for 5-6 months. I kept them on my YouTube page. I didn't look at my YouTube page for 6 months, and here's the thing: is I kept getting more viewers and more watches, regardless of whether I was posting more content, because I had like 150 shows. And then I started thinking, well, maybe there's something to doing a few of these shows here and there just to add for the content, because of the guests that I've had both of you guys on. I've had the Vine Street Horns. I've had, Roger on. I've had Eric on, and different guys, Bernie, and people are going to keep looking at those interviews for as long as they're up. So I might as well add a little content, but I really have to do it in a different way and not put so much pressure on myself to do these interviews. Because when you get guys that you like Russ Ferrante, I mean, Tom was saying nervous. I'm going like, oh my God, it's Russ fucking Ferrante. What do you say to him, and not be a stupid geek like most interviewers are. You know what I'm saying? If you see some of those interviews, so where did you grow up and go to school? How did you learn how to play that song? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and I really...
Well, Jeff, you are a super geek, but not as an interviewer. As an interviewer, you're like really good for a super geeky guy. You actually, no, you're a good interviewer. You're a good interviewer. You do a great job.
Oh,
and I think the fact that you're super geeky comes across as being this really authentic person, even though you're not. But
Eric, I don't know. What?
Wow. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Geeky. A good interviewer.
I'm giving Jeff a really hard time.
A good interviewer for a geeky guy.
Hey, this is the pot calling the kettle black.
All right, so listen. I can't. I grew up in Nebraska. You guys know this. I have the Mayberry RFD as my ringtone, right? and I'm doing I'm doing this Sunday morning thing. I'm the only white guy there. My phone rings after the service. And the bass player walks up and goes, that ringtone couldn't be more white. and I said, hey, I'm just owning myself. I mean, I was born a hick and I will forever be a hick. I can't help it.
And what does that mean exactly, being a hick? What does that really mean, though? I mean, let's define that, because it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Well,
coming from a simple, it has to do with coming from a place where things are probably a little more simple than being in a big urban area, metropolitan area.
Well, you tried to tell me about how you'd been traveling around the world and I hadn't, which was true, right? Okay, so did you see the movie Nebraska?
No.
With Bruce Dern. Okay, so this is what you got to do. Watch the movie Nebraska. Okay. Harry goes, it's hip to be a hick.
Yeah, you missed the whole point, man.
Oh shit!
You're the guy.
All right.
Oh my god!
Okay, so listen. If you watch the movie Nebraska,
I love these comments. Thank you,
Yes.
everybody, for your comments.
Yeah.
so
Oh my god!
watch the movie Nebraska, and you'll get exactly what I mean. I mean, it's just people talk with no knowledge of anything. They just sit and talk and
Mhm.
don't know, but they talk like they know.
Oh god!
It's like what when you come up to San Francisco, what road you take? I took the 280. Well, I think Tom came up on the he came up on the 101, and how long did it take Tom? I don't know. Well, I think Fred came up on the 280, and it took him 5 hours. Oh, really? Well, that's a conversation.
And then they go, where can we get some good fresh corn? No, I've been in Nebraska. I know what you're saying, Jeff. I get it.
Right.
I was in Kearney, Nebraska. I thought that was like the
Oh.
last place on the planet. I'm going.
Oh
And
my
it was,
God!
and it was the end of a big band swing tour. I'm going. And Lewis was on that trip too. Kearney, Nebraska, and they had a manual elevator and an elevator operator. Would you like to go to the second floor? Yeah, take me to the second floor of the hotel, please. Very nice. Thank you very much, gentlemen. What's wrong with that? It was a pretty cool spot.
Okay,
There was
so
nothing there. There was nothing there, though. That's for sure.
I got some trivia for you.
Okay.
So, the first speaker on a stick, the first speaker that's fit on a stand with a horn and a 15-inch speaker was invented by a guy named Stan Miller, and he owned a sound company in Kearney called Stanell Sound. And these speakers were A7s. They are now like everywhere you see them. Stan Miller was Neil Diamond's front of house guy forever, up until the very last day, from Kearney, Nebraska. Just saying.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Carson was from Nebraska. He did pretty well too.
And then
Dick
there's
Cavett.
Jeff News, and there's Jeff News. Jeff News from Aurora, Nebraska.
Oh my God! Yeah,
Yeah.
Aurora.
And you too.
Yeah.
Oh
I mean,
You go through Hastings to get to Aurora.
no, but you
No.
drive. No,
Jeff,
I knew it.
you
No,
have
I
major,
couldn't find it.
but Jeff, you're so humble, but you have major skills now. You have major skills in like, you're just life skills, soundman skills,
well,
You're actually, you don't, you are a decent drummer. You are
Okay.
very consummate. You're a consummate drummer. I mean, you're not a bad drummer, and you quit playing drums. I never mind. I always like playing with you. Just personally, I like playing with you.
Oh, all right.
You know,
So
And I know, yeah. But you're a great sound guy. And you're a great sound guy.
well, this is
At
okay.
my point, I'm just, oh God, being honest in front of people with 16
stop.
people watching. But you have serious skills. You're not a hick. You're not a hick dude, man.
Well, let
From
me
there,
say, I one thing that I will say, and I will honestly say, I am a really good sound guy.
you are.
And for what I did in Tower, even though there was some shit that happened, I got shit fixed in a hurry.
Yeah, but that wasn't your fault.
It wasn't. None of it was my
It's
fault.
not your fault. No, you have great ears. You're a great mixer. You have, you have, and that makes you a musician.
Keep smiling.
What is
Keep
a
smiling.
musician?
It's true. He's very good. You're excellent, Jeff. You put up with Robbie Halpern, for
Okay,
God's sake.
let-
I don't know
let
how
me-
you did it for so long and for so little. I mean, my God. That guy didn't pay anything.
Oh, I hated doing those gigs.
But we had a lot of fun playing, and we never had a problem with
Oh,
sound.
yeah.
We were going, hey, this is good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. So
exactly.
I was doing a gig with Nelson Braxton, right? I hadn't worked with Nelson Braxton for a long time. Bass player, plays with Michael Bolton. And I hadn't played with Nelson for a while. And this is how I said, Nelson, it's really great playing with you again. And he looked at me and said, It's like an old sock.
Yeah, yeah.
And
An old
I
red,
go,
an old
and
red sock.
right.
Go Big Red. Go Big Red.
So, but my point is, I looked at him. I go like, dude, you know, I can take that two ways. And he goes, uh huh.
An old sock. An old red sock, man. Look at that.
There you go.
Wow. Wow.
What's that brown stuff at the tip of this?
What
What's that
is
brown?
easy?
What are you
Wild,
doing with that?
wild huckleberries, I think. Yeah, that's it. Wild
What did you-
huckleberries.
Is that something you sit on when you come out of the shower?
Sometimes when you need to, you know,
Oh,
when they
my
were talking
God.
about resetting, you know, that helps you reset, man. That could be it. Flush and reset.
Really?
Flush and
There it
reset. So listen,
There it is.
Cha says, when is Cooking with Fred happening? I'm still working on that. It's a work in progress. I got a logo made for him.
Yeah,
I'm
what's going
pushing.
on with that?
I'm pushing him, but you know, it's taking some time. You know,
Are you
I mean,
going to still go to the supermarket? Are you still going to the supermarket?
I'm not going to make the supermarket now. I have to go to the donut. I have to go to the donuts place.
Yeah, I'm fading a little bit after 2 hours and 43 hours.
We're
Three
coming up
hours.
on 3 hours. And
Well, since
people,
It's only 2.5 for me because I was
Oh.
so slow getting on. But you know, you like my dresser though, didn't you? It's
your
great.
dresser was cool. I like
Yeah.
the panties hanging out of the dresser.
Oh, I wish that was the case, but no. That's sorry to say. You must have had a different look at it. I don't know what happened there.
Well, I don't know. There was a lot of lacy stuff from what I could see.
No.
Well,
I
I'm
don't
going to
know.
come down and visit. I'm going to come down. So, Jeff, you got a place for me to crash?
Okay, so behind
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is a bed.
Okay.
This is a spare bedroom. I can
Okay.
take this down, and you have the bedroom.
Yeah. That'd be fun to come down and visit. Play some golf, hang out. Look
then-
at your carp, you know, go hang out with your carp.
With their koi, Tom.
Sorry, koi.
Okay,
I
they're
thought-
the same. That's the same thing. It's a gold carp, basically. Yeah.
Oh, well, then why are you making me wrong?
Well, but they're koi. But they're
What's
basically
the
carp.
difference?
They're
Well, what's the
basically
difference?
carp.
Well, you're telling me there's a difference.
Well,
Explain
you
the
know,
difference.
there's supposed to be a difference. I suppose it's color. Carp are all one color.
Okay. See, I don't
Right.
know. I mean, I love fish. I eat fish all the time. I mean,
But
sushi,
carp
I
and
love-
koi are not good fit. They're not good eating fish.
No, I know that. I know that.
They taste like you don't eat
Crap.
carp.
CRAP. Crap. No.
They
well,
do-
I don't think Eric. I don't think Eric really likes eating fish at all.
I love fish. I actually have salmon tacos at a
Really?
Mexican grill down here. They're really good.
Okay.
They're excellent.
Oh,
Yeah, you'd love them. Yeah.
oh, damn! You've really expanded your culinary palate.
Oh yeah. I eat that stuff a lot more than I eat Tommy's, but still.
Oh, nice. Well, no, you don't eat time. You said it's been a year since you
Okay.
ate.
So
When you and I went was the last time we went, I think.
That was like
Been that
2
long.
years ago.
Yeah,
So-
maybe 2 years. It's been a long time.
So for
know
those still watching, this
Both-
is what
Bo-
it's
both of you are still watching. Yes.
right. This is what it's like starting a conversation with Tom.
Oh,
4 hours,
Starting.
4 hours later, you know, listen, Tom, this is funny. Tom and I sat on the show like 3 hours. He called me at like, 1 in the morning. And then we talked for another 2. And finally I'm going like, Tom, it's 3:00. I gotta go.
well, you were pretty engaged in that conversation.
Well, it was an engaging conversation.
It was like, yeah, we got off and then we talked on the phone for another 2 hours, and then you
Yeah.
did call it. You did call it.
Yeah.
At the end. Yeah.
Yes. So I
Like
did.
you had-
Well,
Like you have a job to go to. What's the problem, man? You wake up, get online, go to sleep. That's what all these other people do. Well, they don't
You know
work.
what I think it is? You know what I think it is? It's so funny. And you guys are right. It's like I'm so good for weeks on, months on end, not talking to anybody. But then when I talk to
yeah.
you and I finally get engaged, it's like I haven't done it in a while, and then I can't stop.
It is true.
And,
Yeah,
and
that
every,
is true.
and both you guys know I can fucking talk. Like,
Yeah.
My God,
I
I can
know I
talk.
can talk. But
You've been doing most of the talking, but yeah, we could go on that. Oh my God.
also, what you don't know, I also can go the opposite way and just not talk and not call people and not return messages and just stay in my little bubble here and not talk to anybody.
Well,
So,
here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
so there's that too.
That's the
You know,
worst
that
thing.
people know. It's like I can go days and days without talking to anybody. I do it all the time. I've done it for a year now. Go days and days. But I love talking to people. Well, you guys anyway, not most people. Basically, most people like.
Well, in all seriousness, Tom, in all seriousness, I've had a couple of conversations with some people that are like I am, single guy, you single guy, and with the pandemic and no working, a lot of us musicians never interacted with people unless we were at a gig, and the rest of the time we would be home, and the pandemic sort of keeps us in this little bubble. And in all honesty, it is not healthy. And a lot of people are getting worn out because our interactions with people is so limited, and we really need the interactions with people, because we really are social beings. And
I miss playing more than anything.
well, that was, as musicians, that was our interaction. That was our conversation. And that's how we were able to express our emotions. And then now when we have a year where we're just sitting at home, you know, uh, uh, that I've been doing this thing at the shopping center. I'm their sound guy, right? It's really nothing other than putting up a speaker, but I have to be over there to put up the speaker. It's no skill, no talent. I just put up the speaker, and I've spent so much time there. I talk to people, and one of the security guards was just standing and crying. And I said, "What's going on?" And she said, "This year, if things are just getting to me." And what I think is there are a lot of people that are just sucking it up and keeping this just kind of like smile on their face, and they're like a comment away from a breakdown, or an incident away from a breakdown, because of being so freaking cooped up in our shell, not being able to do what we're used to doing to keep ourselves emotionally stable. We're all on the verge. I mean, music is our outlet. Music and playing and doing sound, that's our outlets. And we don't have it.
Right. No, I
I
understand. That's very true. I stay home for days, and it's like I've never stayed home for days. It was always something to go out and do, or
And with
we
all
weren't
that,
playing, you'd be socializing, or I'd be just doing teaching away. Now I'm doing all that at home. It's like it's very very different. And yeah, I can understand it. It's like you want to let go, you want to have a connection, and it's the same with people who be working in offices. They say, no, you're going to work from home for a year or longer. But my son works from home, and it's like he misses the interaction, like being in an office, being in a work environment, which is a lot like what we have. Yeah,
Right.
just to have the chance to do that.
but
But
but I think Dennis Moody sums it up in this comment when he says,
Clean up on aisle 5. Clean up on aisle 5, please. Clean up on aisle 5.
yeah, that's
No,
a
but
high tech mic. That's got to be a very low tech mic. You can't use the one you got is way too good for that.
It's too good.
Yeah, it's more like the guy on the intercom mics. Like in the store. Okay, clean up on aisle 5. It's not even that clear. It's worse than that. He knows. Dennis probably has that mic.
Yeah,
He knows what it
he
is.
does. He does. He has some old beat up mics. Oh, he told me a story, and I know he remembers the hi-hat mic that used for the old R&B stuff, and it's this crappy sounding mic, but that was the mic that they used to record in. So he got one of those mics to make a hi-hat sound like that.
"Oh my God."
All right. So
I'm yawning. Sorry.
Tom's finally getting tired.
Well, yeah. Well, no, I've been tired for the last hour. But
Yeah,
I love talking to you guys. But I love talking.
it is. It has bbeen fun. Yeah, the EVRE15. Okay.
There it is. There it
James
is.
Gadsden. James Gadsden. Yeah. That's the shit
Wow.
right there.
That's it. Oh, there he goes.
Man,
God,
great.
I loved it. I miss you, Dennis Moody. It's been
Okay,
a long
so-
time since I've seen you.
Miss you too, man.
But,
I think it's
you
been
know,
a decade. You can call me to record now. A decade, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm ready to play. Let's go.
I just want to hang with Dennis Moody.
I'll come to you. I'll play in an ISO booth. Whatever it takes, man. Let's jam.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, guys, I'm glad we ended up with the three of us. This is
Hey,
cool.
Eric,
Yeah.
remember the last time we were in an ISO booth together?
Uh-oh. Is it clean?
Where were we together? I'm sorry, I missed that.
I'm just messing with you.
I missed it. One of my
Okay.
earplugs was out, man. I couldn't hear what you were saying.
I'm just totally messing with you.
Okay, so listen.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to play music. I'm going to play music for people to listen to
Music.
as and
Music?
yeah.
Now?
Yeah. We're going to close the show.
Oh,
Okay. Oh, that makes sense then.
All right. I'm going to close the show.
It's a circus. Everything's a circus.